the F plus.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't listen to the F plus, you're really, really missing out. I think you'd love it a lot.
Sure.
There are apparently a bunch of friends who used to play some game together a lot.
Okay.
And they would go into the game and just start reading these, because they were doing these hours-long bouts of this game.
Sure.
So they would pass the time by reading, horrible shit off the internet. And... something happened here. Somebody...
Oh!
What the hell just happened?
Somebody got you from down on the ground.
They're gonna fucking die. God damn it!
Yeah, I listen to, surprisingly, considering a lot of my work is recording, I actually do listen to a surprising amount of podcasts and music and shit between, because what I'll do is...
It's a way to decompress and keep up with what other people are doing.
Yeah, what I'll do is I'll have, a ton of orders, usually, 15 plus, at a stretch, and I'll spend 1 to 2 minutes recording, and then when I'm editing it, which is mostly streamlined at this point, but when I'm editing and uploading and downloading scripts and stuff between recordings, I'll just put on Stern or a podcast or something and just listen to that while I'm editing and stuff, because all it is just looking through okay, I fucked up there, just cut that out. It's done super finessed shit. Most of it's extremely automated the way I've set it up. Just a way to fucking do it. Just a tip to anybody who wants to do voiceover. I plan to actually write an ebook about this, or make a YouTube series.
I would do the YouTube.
Well,
believe me when I say this is something I had to do for school. I am a writer by trade. I write, and trust me when I say you don't want to do it. If you have no other options, no one's trying to take it, fuck you. I tried to play politically nice with you, but no, you fucking helicopter. Oh, the helicopter did.
oh. Can you pick it up? Aw, damn it. Just use it like a fucking katana.
Actually, that would kick ass.
Right? I think it'd be pretty dull unless you could get on it with a fucking sharpening, like a scissor grinder.
Yeah, I need to get something to sharpen those swords up off the other day.
Yeah. But yeah, I plan to, because in my experience, the thing I run into more than anything is new talent who don't know shit about audio. And more than anything, I'm a decent talent, but I've taught myself enough about audio that I'm a one-stop shop for fucking making your audio sound good. Regardless of anything, it's my clients will be oh, can you make this happen? And I can fucking do it, and that's more valuable to them than, can you sound like fucking Mario, goddamn Yogi Bear. It's no, they're not gonna give a shit whether you're that good. You just need to be decent enough and know how to make yourself sound the best you possibly can in the recording. And it's really fucking simple and really easy to automate it to the point where you can just do very simple edits and then just the rest of it completely automated, and you just have to wait for the processes to go through. And yeah, I plan to teach that to people. I want to do a series on voiceover specifically, Fiverr, because it's stupid easy to do well on Fiverr if you know what you're doing, and podcasting.
YouTube.
Yeah.
One, you do screen or video and show people.
Certainly.
And it's easier for people to look at a video and say, "Oh, I see what you're saying, man." Whereas doing it in paper or even ebook, it's a lot more difficult.
Right.
Also, ebook tend to be self-published.
Yeah.
And you are going to owe on that. If you insist on doing an ebook, because I had to write one for a class, the program or the website you want to use is Smashwords.
Okay.
Trust me. Again, I had to do a lot of research on it, and it's what my school actually recommends.
Yeah, I don't mean to I'm not I don't mean to offend or anything, taking that with a grain of salt, but it's it's similar advice to what I got going into voiceover. It's really hard to get into, you can't do anything with it, but it's
no, I'm not saying it's hard to get into. It's easy as shit to write an ebook and self-publish. But if you want to actually make a buck at it,
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Is like with voiceover, it's like that's the thing, is that a lot of people said like it's really hard, but honestly, the reason so many people, it's the restaurant principle, which everybody has heard if they watch like Kitchen Nightmares or shows like that, is that a huge portion, like 80 to 90% of restaurants close within the first year, and the good like chunk of the ones left will close within the first 5 years. And the overriding majority of why that happens has nothing to do with how good of a restaurant it is on a food level. What it comes down to is just generally like business. Like, that's the thing, is like with voiceover or like with artists who draw or write, like a good chunk of them are failures not because they're bad at their art. In fact, a lot of great artists who probably should be doing better, the reason they fail is because they don't understand the business side, and you have to know both to be able to succeed at doing them.
So, for reference,
Yeah.
to show you that I know what I mean when I say self-publishing is a bitch.
Yeah.
Amazon is what most people really
Right, that's what I
want.
would go through.
Yeah, you're gonna get hosed. If you price your book at $16, you'll make $5.60. But if you price the book at $9.99, you'll be paid $6.99. So they really want you to be in a specific price range. Otherwise, you won't even make half of what the book is selling for. Keep in mind, there's nothing. All they are doing is hosting the book on their website.
Right.
There's no physical copy. There's no fucking anything that they're holding on the fucking.
Well, they're handling distribution and customer service, which...
No, they're not.
No?
No, you're you have to handle that shit. They absolutely have you handle your own fucking customers, because why would they fucking want to handle?
Really?
Yeah, so much of it is done yourself. Because it's like the shops they have on there that are, oh, that's what I'm looking for. But like if you buy something from a non-Amazon dealer through Amazon,
Sure.
they have you do, or they, like, Amazon doesn't do they do.
Right.
So you're that. They just host your fucking book.
Okay.
And so it's just like that. What the hell just exploded over there?
What the fuck was
Did
that?
that bird do it?
Bud?
Fuck you, bird! Oh my god, I killed the bird!
Oh god!
I didn't know that was a thing.
He went down. He's yelling timber.
So yeah, Amazon. Like, it sounds like a good idea. So with Smashwords, you can still host through Amazon. You can still put your book on Amazon, as well as other websites. Now here's the thing. If you do that, you have, and you want to make more money at Amazon, you have to actually make it more expensive to buy your book other websites.
Sure. Well, okay. When it comes to distributing a product, you generally want to keep it as exclusive as possible regardless, because then people will just start cutting the price and your profit margin will drop exponentially per new distribution source that you create.
Well, no, like, say you want to host it on Amazon, you can also host it on Smashwords, you can host it on...
Well, yeah, you can, but like
Kindle
it's
or
a pretty
whatever.
it's a pretty standard principle of like selling goods, is that the more people that can sell it, the more likely you are to lose money on the sale.
Well, there's also the argument of, think about, like, that's all well and good for something like Etsy.
Right.
We're talking stuff like, a book is more like a video game. If only Walmart is selling this one video game, we're gonna get it. Whereas,
Sure.
so you don't want to just have your book available at Amazon. You
Well,
want,
that's also it. The thing is
like, literally, I have Smashwords as a, like, tab in my bookmarks, because
that's going off of a broad general kind of advertising, though, because like with the kind of ebooks that I'm planning on making, it's going to be a very niche market. So really, spreading myself out like that is kind of needless, because the majority of the niche market is going to come from my own direct marketing. It's not going to come from outside marketing. So having just one point to send them to is really going to be as effective as having multiple.
Well, there's that, but the thing is, Smashwords does it for you.
Uh-huh.
So you write your book through Smashwords.
Okay.
You write your book. Now there's a lot of formatting. Formatting is the thing that a lot of people doing ebooks don't realize you have to do a lot of.
Yeah.
So I have an ebook out on Smashwords. Okay?
Uh-huh.
You can go buy it if you want. It's free. You can read it whenever you want. But it's not on Amazon or anything because I didn't want it there.
Sure.
It's just some fucking shit stories I threw together and put in the book to upload. You can get it as an EPUB, a Kindle, PDF, LRF, PDB, text, online reader, original document. I can get them in any of that. You can download them as EPUB, Kindle, or PDF files.
Okay.
And then if you do all the stuff necessary, because you got to jump through hoops, but it's worth jumping through those hoops. They make it super easy to fucking host that stuff on Amazon or another website. So you have very little you have to do once the book's accepted by Smashwords.
Okay.
And they give you all the credit. You're the publisher. You're the this. You're the that. They just give you a way to host it.
What is it that they're getting out of it?
Viewers, mostly like people to come to their website and see the ads and then get your book.
Okay.
Like, I'll give you the link to my book if you want to take a look at it later. But
sure, yeah, sure.
it's alright. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say, again, I'm telling you, for what you're wanting to do anyway, YouTube is the better option to begin with.
Well,
And I'm not trying to discourage anyone from writing books.
Well, if YouTube is if I want actually people to, like, get the biggest benefit from it, but, like, and, like, the more people to see it, but considering ad revenue and all sorts of fucking copyright bullshit, like, publishing it as an ebook will, in the end, be a lot better on my end.
I would even go so far as to say, publish as an ebook and include QR codes to a YouTube channel of yours.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Like, if you want to see how to do this more...
No, yeah, I plan, like, the goal would honestly be would be more of a hybrid thing of just like a e-learning course, basically, of just like a combination of videos and reading that people would pay for to learn how to do each of these topics.
Like, but I highly recommend if you're going to go ebook route, do a lot of research because it's
I mean, with anything you want to do, that's what separates the people who actually do any good at it and the people who just have this dream of tossing it up and hoping it'll do well, is research. Like, there's so many people I've met who don't do basic research when they decide to start into voiceover, and literally all I did to get where I'm at is research and studying. Like, that is what got me where I am. That's really the only difference between me and someone who's just like, I want to be a voice actor, is literally just take the time and study and research and you'll get there. Research, study, practice. I know it's boring, and I know that it sounds lame because that's what everybody tells you to do, but there's a reason for it because that's how you do it.
Yeah, that's why I just do this streaming stuff.
Yeah,
and
I'd love to do streaming myself, but my internet connection. Can I explain? Can I?
Often you can stream me. I don't give a shit.
Oh, totally. I'd love to, but
Fucking equipment if it would fucking work.
yeah.
I'm seriously pissed right now.
No, I feel you. That was really bizarre, if anything.
I don't know what it was.
If I could actually, like, illustrate how much shittier the internet at my place is from here. I have a client who I sent, I was dubbing a video for them, and I sent them my voiceover with the mixed into the audio for their thing, and also the video with my voiceover edited into it. So that was about 60 megabytes altogether. At my place, it took about 3 hours to upload all of that and send it over. Here, I had to resend it for a lot of reasons, but I had to resend it, and it took less than a minute.
Yeah, we have really good Wi-Fi